question, I mean, were you expecting to get 3 for 3 back in the mix with the Florida Panthers with Aaron Ekblad, Sam Bennett, and Brad Marchand, or did you expect to get 2 of the 3, 1 of the 3? What was your perspective going in?
I was expecting it, but that doesn't mean that I wasn't nervous yesterday, okay? I was expecting it because, you see the winning, you see how happy the guys are, but all right, then when it boils down to negotiating contracts, you never know, all right? And it's a hard salary cap, so everybody's got to give a little bit if you're going to wind up fitting in under the cap. And so the Ekblad news came in early yesterday, which was awesome. Okay, great. Well, if we don't hear about Marchand at some point during the day, that means he's going to get to the market today when free agency actually begun around the league, and that's a bad sign, okay? And so then later in the day yesterday, the Marchand news comes across, and yesterday was it really was one of the biggest days in franchise history. I don't think I'm speaking hyperbole because it's not just about, look, they just won back-to-back Stanley Cups. So it's not just about, all right, you're keeping everybody. It's about what it means for this franchise. You got to understand, this was a dreadful franchise for decades, always rumored to be relocating. And now they are a juggernaut moving forward. Like the envy of the league, a destination franchise. Look at this, guys. You talk about you want to lock up the core of your team, right? You say that in any sport. 3, 4 guys, the core of your team. Locked up for the Panthers now through at least the year 2030 is Barkov, Verhaeghe, Reinhart, Tkachuk, Bennett, Lundell, Marchand, and then your top 3 defensemen, Ekblad, Forsling, and Seth Jones. Oh, by the way, next year they have $34 million in cap space available. This is a dynasty that we are watching. And it's one thing, everybody's got to give in a little bit. And the lifestyle down here, the winning, of course, the camaraderie, these guys realize that it makes you happier. All of that combined makes you happier than a little bit of extra money somewhere else. And it's very rare that winds up all coming together. Yesterday was a great day.
And there's nothing like feeding a franchise that has been so desperate for so long and so hungry for something for so long. And now all of a sudden, it's like the Panther fan is getting overfed with joy here. And that's got to be the best feeling in the world as a player on top of that.
It's not going anywhere. Like, they are going to contend every single year for the foreseeable future. I feel really great for the Panther fan. Even if they got just 2 out of the 3 guys yesterday, we were still going to be in a tremendous position. But getting everybody, bringing them all back, unbelievable. Just yesterday was a really great day. I'm so happy for all the fans, and I'm just so happy about it all.
Now, Zaz, let's go back a decade ago. Would you ever have guessed something like this?
No. I would have figured this. It was just. Every year, it's, oh, man, you don't remember what 1996 was like. 96 was unbelievable. They went to the Stanley Cup that year. Let me tell you a little bit about it. There's no way 10 years ago. It was always the rumors they're gonna move the team to Quebec City, and nobody's in the building for the games. You take the pictures, you put it on Twitter, everybody makes fun of the Panthers. You would only get players to come here if it's at the very end of their career, when they're already washed up and they just want to retire, spend a couple years making some money playing hockey in the sun. There's no way you would have envisioned this 10 years ago.
Zaz, what in your mind, what's the move that started this all? What's the thing you look back at? Because you won 2 in a row, damn near on your way to 3. I don't want to jinx anything. We haven't even started the season yet, Zaz. But what's that? Was it a move? Was it a trade? Was it a win?
It's got to be Maurice, right?
Well, no, it's Tkachuk.
Okay.
It's Tkachuk. Like, Tkachuk is the move, all right? Now, you can go all the way back to when the team drafted Sasha Barkov, because he sets the tone in that dressing room, all right? The captain, they all follow his lead, and they rave about the kind of guy he is. Obviously, on the ice, he's a monster, but off the ice as well. Tremendous leader. So you could trace it all the way back to Barkov, but let's not be naive. The team made 1 playoff appearance in Barkov's first, 7 years in the league, 8 years in the league, Matthew Tkachuk, that was the game changer. And it took guts from the general manager, Bill Zito, where this Panther team in 2022, they won the President's Trophy, all right? Best record, most points in the league. They flamed out in the playoffs, but they decided to drastically change their style of play by hiring Paul Maurice after winning the President's Trophy, and they traded away the franchise's all-time leader in everything, coming off a career season in Jonathan Huberdeau, for Matthew Tkachuk. It was Matthew Tkachuk who set the tone that it's winning time when he got here, changed the attitude on the team. So Tkachuk is the move that I think you trace everything back to.
Jonathan Zaslow, of course, of the Zaslow Show 2.0, joining us now on Russo and Rizzo. Zaz, NBA free agency, a lot of news coming out of there.